Jesus, a kernel of wheat. John chapter 14 tells us that Jesus went to Jerusalem on the Jewish holiday of Passover. Many people welcomed Jesus as he rode a young donkey waving palm branches. The Pharisees, who complained about every word of Jesus, saw the people cheering for him, and they must have given up thinking that Jesus had won the people's popularity. At the time, there were Greeks who had come to Jerusalem. While they weren't Jewish, they were foreigners who still believed in God and came to Jerusalem every holiday. They also heard rumors about Jesus and wanted to meet him. So they asked Philip, one of Jesus' disciples, who had a Greek-sounding name, because they thought that Philip would be able to understand them. Philip also spoke to Andrew, who also had a Greek-sounding name. The two thought about whether to bring a strange foreigner to Jesus, then ended up asking Jesus this question. Jesus, there are Greeks who have come to meet you. They wish to meet you. What would you like to do? Jesus replied, "The hour is come that the Son of Man should be glorified." What a strange answer. But Jesus said this because when he saw people of other foreign countries coming to see him after hearing about him, he thought it was the time for him to make a decision. So he told his disciples, "Very truly I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds." When crops like rice, barley, and wheat are planted in the ground, nothing happens if the seeds do not die. But when the seeds themselves die, they sprout in them, they form thousands. When people heard that the time has come that the Son of Man should be glorified, they probably thought that Jesus would finally go up somewhere high as everyone cheered for him and followed him. But Jesus thought of his death and sacrifice as an honor, because his death meant that more people would bear the fruit of knowing God's will. Jesus did not meet the Greeks. They ended up seeing the death of Jesus, the sacrifice of Jesus who died like a kernel of wheat. As Jesus said, his death led to much more fruit, just as a kernel of wheat bears many fruits when it dies. And this applies to everyone from the Greeks at the time to us today. I hope that we continue to bear a lot of fruit today, not necessarily through death, but through the small sacrifices and devotions of life.